The hell are you supposed to be? I'm vengeance.
I'm sorry if I'm late, guys. I apologize. I'm late. It's supposed to start at 8. But unfortunately, my internet, my Wi-Fi internet, everything connected, TV, everything went out for about an hour, and it came out on about 10 minutes ago. So I guess I'm only a little late. But welcome back. Welcome back. So yeah, I'm back, and yeah, as you notice, I got a freaking haircut, and I shaved my beard, so I look fresh for this episode. Yeah, blinded. Yours went out too. You couldn't get on, man. Yeah, that's why I was late, man. So I started shit at 8. You went out. Yeah, watch this is crap, man. Man, watch this is crap. Yeah, I was pissed off. Yeah, I'm here for Let's Talk Pop 62. A lot of things to talk about. Let's see what in my description below and see what other things that popped up. Okay. Okay. You're still on data? I don't know if I want you to waste your data on coming in. It's up to you, really, because I know you have to pay for that later. It depends how much. Okay. So coming in, guys. Yeah. So yeah, we're gonna get back on this channel more, upload more videos, do more streams. I want to get active on the channel more, again. I'm gonna try to focus on all 3 channels. My sports channel, I'm gonna try to. Okay. My sports channel, I'm gonna try to get active again. This channel, I'm trying to get active. I'm gonna still do the Dissect channel. There is an upcoming stream on the Dissect channel this Saturday, not night, but afternoon, somewhere. Well, between afternoon and evening, between 4 to 7, between 4 and 8. Try to get it before Gabbing and Geeks with Tony on his Geek Getaways channel. Try to do it before then, so we can listen to Tony and his crew. With Blinded and welcome. Blinded, I know you're back on that, but so yeah, that's what we're gonna do this Saturday, because we're gonna go over what Grace said about Thunderbolts, the MCU, and Steven Yeun dropping out, and then we're gonna go. We're gonna cut. I was thinking of thinking just doing that topic from Grace in a stream, but I think I'm gonna add the David Ayer stuff to the stream. We're gonna talk about David Ayer. So we're gonna go talk about David Ayer and Thunderbolts with Grace based on Grace Randolph's stuff back in not back, but for this upcoming Saturday on the Dissect channel, not this channel. But yeah, we're gonna try to get more active on this channel, more videos. And yeah, on this channel, more streams. I want to get my channel pumping again, man, flowing. But yeah, we're gonna talk about all this stuff, man. And I just muted my mic, my new mic. You don't even with this mic, you'll even need to do this mic. You could just mute it like this. There's a mute button here. See it's blue? See this light blue? That means the mic is on. The top button, the white button here. I don't even need to go. But yeah, and I just gotta say one last thing before we get into this: Thunderbolts, Star Wars, a lot of Star Wars stuff. The mic, let me get a mic. I got it from Amazon. Let me see what kind of mic it is. It's a Zeal Sound USB condenser computer for it could plug into the PS4, 4, and 5. I assume all the other stuff. Yeah, that's it. And it's not that expensive. Right now it's $47. $47 Canadian. That you know, blinded. But yeah, I just gotta say one thing. I do think. Oh, it didn't go through. I do think the Campia Expose YouTube channel went a little too far with John Campia, pretending joking around with Campia's death. John Campia is not dead; he's sick. But I think that's too far, and yeah, and I think there's this is personal. I think yeah, okay. So I think Campia Exposed went too far with that. I don't think that was funny. I don't think that was funny. And if I'm saying this, if Campia saw that, Campia would try to get the channel taken down. I think if Campia saw, if Campia really saw that, I think Campia would probably would try to get the channel taken down. Contact YouTube and try to get the channel taken down. And you could say what you feel about Campia as a person and all that stuff, but that's too. And I won't. But that's too far, and I wouldn't blame Campia one bit if he tries to get the channel taken down because of that. That was not funny. That's not funny. Death is not funny. I know. I'm gonna say this. I know there's always tend to be fake deaths in Hollywood, right, on Twitter and all that social media. Oh, this person died, but we find out this person's not really dead. I know that was the point. It's still not funny. It's still not funny. Faking death is not funny. Okay. Okay. Now we're gonna get to the main topic. And I agree with Blinded. Thunderbolts. Marvel does not understand Thunderbolts. Well, the MCU, let me tell you, the MCU does not understand Thunderbolts. This team, in my opinion, if you look at the team so far, now this might not be the whole team, but this is off base of my head. You got Bucky Barnes, Winter Soldier, right? Taskmaster. You got a Ghost, who we haven't seen since 2018 Ant-Man. We've got the Yelena, Red Guardian. Who else is on that team? Okay, so I'm gonna go quickly through those heroes. Winter Soldier is not a villain. He's a hero. He's not even an anti-hero. Winter Soldier's a good guy. Okay, good guy. Suicide Squad members are not. And he was brainwashed, so he's technically is not. He got U.S. agent. U.S. agent is not even a villain either. He's more of an he's close to an anti-hero, but Winter Soldier is not a villain. He was brainwashed. When you're brainwashed, you're technically not a villain, okay? Because you're not under your control. You're not under your own free will. Same with Taskmaster, the female Taskmaster from Black Widow. Same boat as Winter Soldier. Yeah, same bit as Winter Soldier. Yelena is, yeah, she's part of the Widows, but she's still a good guy. She's not a villain. Red Guardian, in some aspects, in some world point of view, he could be seen as a villain, but he's actually a good guy, one of the good guys who took down the Widows in the organization. No, but not even to take down the Widows. Just took down the organization creating the Widows. The Widows weren't technically the bad guy. He helped free them. Ghost is kind of a villain, but I didn't see her like a really, really despicable villain. I see her just trying to survive because she couldn't touch things. She couldn't, do stuff like that. If I remember correctly, she was basically a thief. So yeah, a thief is technically a criminal, right? U.S.'s agent, to me, yeah, he did a despicable act in front of everybody, and he got really discharged for it, but and stripped of the shield. But he kind of redeemed himself, and he got another approval from Falcon. Well, actually, Captain America. At the end of Falcon Winter Soldier, when he saved the people by grabbing, I think it was a van or something, by saving the people on the bridge. So to me, he's not really a villain either. This is not Suicide Squad. The difference is, in Suicide Squad, all the people in Suicide Squad were villains. Harley Quinn's a villain. Deadshot was a villain. Yeah, Deadshot has a little bit morals, but he was pretty a villain, man. He didn't do his stuff for good reason. He did it for money. Harley Quinn, Yeah, you can argue that you can argue Joker is responsible. Okay, Captain Boomerang's always a villain. King Shark, yeah, a villain. Could go on and on. They're not. They're not. They're totally two different things. So anybody saying Thunderbolts is the Marvel Suicide Squad bullshit. Are not don't know what they're talking about because they haven't been paying. If they said they haven't been paying attention to the films and these characters, okay. And Degrassi, you know what? Dark Vengeance is more like it. Thank you. Hey George, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing fine. So yeah, I heard this news, and honestly, it looks like Marvel's dying.
No, this is not dying. They're just gonna get
No,
something else.
it's like I'm looking at this. I'm like, there's nothing positive going on with Marvel right now. It's really. I feel like after this phase, the MCU should probably be done.
They're not.
I like the thing is, it's like this. Like I tried giving the MCU so many chances, but it's like all I keep hearing is just like delay, or like someone leaving. I'm excited for Deadpool 3, but after that, it's like, oof.
At least, I do think Marvel. I think Marvel would have been fine if the strikes didn't happen. Honestly, I think Blade would have been filmed by, or some would film by now. I think Thunderbolts would have been filmed by now. Be filming by now. I think if the strikes didn't happen, I think Steven Yeun would have stayed on, and he would have been filming his Will of Sentry. I also think. What's the other film? Blade. Oh, yeah. Yeah. So I think Steven Yeun is scheduling conflicts, and he said it was because of the strikes. So I don't think it's like, yeah, Marvel has issues, but I think Degrassi knows will back me up. The strikes really, really hurt Marvel, and no, there's gonna be not just Marvel. There's probably gonna be a lot of actors going to have to pull out of some commitments because of the strikes. Yeah, Degrassi. So like, he still wants to do Marvel, right? Right? That's what he says. So they're gonna get somebody to play Sentry, yeah, right? They're gonna get somebody else to play Sentry. Now, technically, that's not officially confirmed, but like, I think it's real. But they will get somebody to play Sentry, whether it's another Asian actor or not. He's not American, guys. Actually, he's from Korea. To let you all know, he's not Asian American. He's from Korea. They'll probably get somebody else to play Sentry. If I remember correctly, David Harbour said, this is before strikes, he was in Atlanta. He was supposed to film Stranger Things, the final season of Stranger Things, and went after in the same city, same place where some of Thunderbolts is going to be filmed. Well, some of Thunderbolts in Atlanta. He was going to do Stranger Things and go straight to Thunderbolts after. But the strikes all changed that for him because he's now Stranger Things. Yeah, Stranger Things is filming now, and the Thunderbolts may not be filming till somewhere later this year. Yeah, it was supposed to film this. Yeah, they said. Like I remember the 2022 D23 when they announced the cast for Thunderbolts, and they were told the actors and actresses whoever was going to be in that movie to clear their calendars for 2023. Well, the summer calendars for 2023, but unfortunately, yeah, they were cleared. The calendars were cleared because they were on strike. But what they really meant was clear calendars from filming other films because you were going to film Thunderbolts. Hey, Blinded, what's up?
What's up?
Oh, I saw your rant today, man, on Twitter, man. You were really pissed.
I didn't see that.
Oh, about what?
Thunderbolts, the not Marvel updates
the
Twitter account.
Oh,
yeah, that premise, if that's true, I mean, that's just, I mean, like, we have to call it as it is. It's the Suicide Squad. That's not the Thunderbolts.
It's not even a Suicide Squad. I don't even think they're Suicide Squad. Those guys, because Suicide Squads were villains. These guys are not really villains.
Even before,
most of them are villains though. On the team, like
Bucky
Ghost was a villain. Yeah, I mean Yelena's not. I mean Yelena's not a villain, but I
Ghost
mean,
is like
kind
Ghost.
of.
Ghost is like. See, the problem with the villain.
This lineup is really bad too. By the
That's
way,
what I mean. Like, even if this actor still stayed on, I don't think this movie's really going to be all that great. I think it's just going to be another mediocre to not that good MCU movie.
he was like the only redeeming thing about this movie. I mean, and there's also the beef writers, and
Oh,
I mean,
Beef
I
is
did
gonna get
like beef.
Beef
So
is going to win some awards. This Golden Globe. Ali Wong is going to win for best
but the
actress.
thing is, like, if you got the beef writers, I just don't understand. Like, if you watch that show, you would think, why didn't you do the premise of their villains pretending to be established Marvel characters? That it would have been a fire movie. That's what the Thunderbolts are. I mean,
Yeah,
the original Thunderbolts, right? They were kind of a replacement for the Avengers because at the time they were doing Heroes Reborn and the Avengers weren't around, right? So they it's some weird shit that was going on, but the Thunderbolts were supposed to replace the Avengers, kind of, right? And then at the ending of the first issue, it was revealed that they were the master of evil, pretending to be superheroes, right? To pretending to be these new heroes, right? Sorry, I'm like stuttering all over the place. But yeah, that's what the premise should
and
be. Over
Thunderbolt Walk.
time,
Yes, Red Hawk is rumored to be in the movie too. Harrison Ford
well,
signed on for two movies.
supposedly.
Two movies, Captain America 4 and this movie.
Yeah, they were posing as heroes, right? Like no one knew that, and that's why I'm so frustrated because the premise of that sounds super interesting. Like that would actually make for a good movie,
See,
especially if you pick the right characters,
the
right?
thing is,
Like what?
they can't, it wouldn't work with this crew because Bucky
No,
Barnes
it doesn't work.
cannot pose as a hero because he was there
The
during
the only
the
character
battles.
here that would work is U.S. Agent, and I guess you can have Yelena, right? Because here's the thing, right? You need to have somebody on the team who, because eventually Hawkeye was on the
Hmm.
Thunderbolts, right? And then he found out, oh crap, they're the Master of Evil,
I,
right? And he was trying to expose them.
I don't like the
Yeah,
use
like
Zemo as a guys on both
they
sides.
didn't really. I mean, Zemo is on the original team, right? That's why people say
Yeah,
that. And on
but
top of that,
Zemo's really
too,
really a villain. Like Zemo is in the
yeah,
comics, he's not an anti-hero. He's a villain.
yeah, he's a villain. Like the team should have
He's
been,
Hydra in the comics.
because then it just becomes first off, it's just going to become what the current Suicide Squad movies are, which
Yeah.
are they turn the characters who are supervillains into like well, not James Gunn's
Most of
version,
this team
right?
is not even villain. Most of this team is not even super villain. Most of this team are like good guys technically now.
Well,
Like
yeah, now that's what I'm saying. Like it
that's the
needs to be a
problem.
team of villains. People
Yeah.
villains, some of them could be like swaying to being an anti-hero, but you need like okay, this would have been
Like
really
Harley
cool,
Quinn,
right?
right? Like Harley Quinn was Suicide Squad.
Yeah, like
Deadshot.
you needed like Bullseye
Oh
pretending to
yeah,
be
yeah.
Hawkeye on the
Bullseye. Like
team, right?
you need
That would
somebody
have
who's
been
like
cool.
you can't really have somebody who's on the gray, somebody who's really truly a
Yeah,
villain. You're
you
like,
need
yeah.
someone who's like you need like a balanced team, right? You need one character to be super crazy to go like
Oh
they're
yeah.
like a sociopath, right? They're just gonna kill everybody, and the rest of the team's like, what the hell, right? You need like characters like that. You need to
Hmm.
have different. Yeah, even Norman Osborn formed a version of the
Yeah,
Thunderbolts, and
yes, he
then he
did.
had the Dark Avengers, or it
Hmm.
might have been the other way around. I just remember,
He did have an
yeah.
Avengers group. He had like he had a group of them posing as heroes. Like
But it
Moonstone
was
was
still the
like
same. Like Dark
yeah,
Avengers
yeah.
is still pretty much,
Moonstone was Captain
yeah,
Marvel at the time because no, she was Miss Marvel because Captain Marvel they didn't get the naming rights to that yet. Um,
right.
Dakin was his father, Wolverine, I think, in the Wolverine costume. Yeah, so they did
Yes.
a pose. Yeah,
And Scorpion was Spider-Man
yeah,
with the
yeah,
symbiote. Yeah.
yeah. They did do that. Um, but they needed Norman. They needed Norman Osborn first.
They don't even need Norman Osborn. You can have Justin Hammer.
No,
Like
no, Justin. Yeah, but the
do
thing
Justin
is,
Hammer with the Iron Man suit.
I mean,
That's
yeah,
that's
but
your
you're
iron.
right.
That's your Dark Iron Man,
I would
right?
still love
I
to see
mean,
Norman
you're
Osborn.
trying to get Justin Hammer back for Armor Wars. You might as well.
Yeah, they were so close to doing the Dark Avengers. Just do the Dark Avengers.
I
Like,
need Green Goblin now.
There's just so much wasted potential because of all this other stuff that they're doing that shouldn't even be happening.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
just Like who the lineup is not exciting. Sentry was like the only thing that was exciting about the movie, and then on top of that too, that just sounded like a ripoff of the first Suicide Squad movie, where it's like, oh, it turns out that one of the team members goes berserk, and now they're trying to destroy the
Sentry?
world. It's like,
Why even rip off a crappy movie?
yeah, like it's I don't get it.
It's Sentry, right? Yeah, Sentry.
Yeah, Sentry.
Uh,
Like no, everybody's gonna see this movie and they're gonna say it's Suicide Squad. I don't
No.
know how many times we have to say that this is just Suicide Squad. They're not doing anything from the comic.
No. Well, that's MCU. What do you think? The MCU just takes titles from comics. They don't exactly use everything from the comics. They just take titles.
I
from
know,
comics.
but here's a part where you should have taken the
Yeah.
premise from the comic because it would have
Yeah.
made for an actual movie. Now you're just copying another movie, right?
So now people like the cast. The question is right. Since Stephen Yeun is Asian, do you go with another Asian actor, or would you go for the best actor available?
I mean, well, I don't. Here's the thing. I mean, how we don't know, right? Only they know
Yeah.
what the role
Well-
was going to be, right? What he looked like and how he acted, and
Well, here's the thing: was Sentry being Asian going to play a crucial role in the movie?
No, because I don't think.
probably. I mean,
don't think-
yeah, we don't know though. We don't really know. Probably
I mean,
not. I would guess.
this isn't like Kang, where there's rumors that they're going to like recast Kang.
I heard-
obviously, with another black actor. I forget who the actor's name was,
I heard two
Yeah.
possible people.
but it's
for
like
Kang.
that.
The
but
crazy
like,
one. The crazy one. Degrassi knows. You're gonna hear it's a crazy one. Will Smith. That's true.
No,
No way.
Will Smith and the guy from Fear of the Walking Dead, who's doing really, really well. He's like
him. I would like. I think
Carmine
would do a
Domingo.
very
What's
good
his
job.
name?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him, I think
that
he
was
would be.
him,
He
yeah.
would do pretty good in the role.
No
it's
way
like
they're gonna get Will Smith.
But it's like there's a strong difference.
Another controversial one.
Yeah, no way.
You could get what about Jada Smith? It's one.
But like, so there's a strong difference between like recasting someone who's already been established versus recasting someone that hasn't even hit the big screen yet.
Yeah, like it's probably easier for them, right? It's not like anybody's attached to this version yet. We just know he was
Mhm.
going to be in the movie, right? I mean, it could have been bad for all we know, right? Like we don't know. So
Yeah.
yeah, too early to tell.
Yeah, created by Paul Jenkins. Yeah. I just saw that on Wikipedia. I don't know if he's Robert Reynolds is his character's name, right? That's the character's name. I don't know.
Right.
I'm looking at his fiction, his biography. Yeah, I mean, the character's not Asian himself, so I really don't
No.
care, really. And I know he, as the Void, his skin color does turn, I believe, as the Void. 'Cause that's his alter
Mhm.
ego, right? His villainous side, right? The Void.
Right.
Right? That's probably what we're gonna see too. If he becomes the villain of the film, he will become the Void, right? Obviously.
Mhm.
That's what I suggested. This is not a dumb idea. To suggest different actors to be Kang variants, not a dumb idea. Then have one big, maybe Beyonder, be the biggest Kang of them all. It's crazy
Right.
though. Now, like, I already see it now because Echo comes out in a week, I believe. Yeah, like a couple days. Well, what's today? The 3rd or the 4th? The 4th,
It
right?
comes out on
Tuesday, right?
Tuesday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now people are calling it woke already and all that stuff. I see.
Well, aren't people dunking on that leaked fight scene?
Yes. Yep. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to be watching the show because, like I said, I
You
don't
don't-
have Disney Plus.
Mhm.
I mean, we'll see. I don't know. The trailer looked good, but then all the rumors are saying it's bad. So, like, I'm confused, right?
Typical Marvel, right?
Yeah.
I'll watch it. It's 5 episodes, right? So I'm not gonna binge all 5 episodes. I'll probably watch like 2 or 3 on Tuesday. Then Wednesday I'll watch the other 2, finish it off. I'll probably like do a review on this, put a review. I don't know.
Hmm.
Yeah, the Netflix. It's funny. The Netflix show was canon, and then before they said the Netflix show was not canon.
Yeah, well, they had to backtrack because
Yeah.
if it wasn't, uh, it would just people would just they wouldn't care, right?
Yes. Yes. Like now, now Daredevil says they're getting back to filming. The question. So now they believe like here's the thing. Here's the thing. They all believe this is going to lead to a Spider-Man 4 movie with Daredevil, Kingpin, Echo. Here's the problem with
Yeah.
Spider-Man 4 because these are all going to be hard R, right? Mature, right? Spider-Man
Hmm.
4 is not going to be that. People are going to be pissed off. People are going to
Yeah,
be
like how are they gonna? Well, this is also another problem with Deadpool, right? Like, how are they
yeah.
gonna merge rated R stuff with the PG-13 stuff, right?
Yeah, because you know, Sony and MCU, they're going when it gets
And also,
good stuff, Patrick.
like
Hey, Patrick.
this rumor that they're gonna do Devil's Reign in Spider-Man,
Hmm.
what? Why not? Okay, first off, one, I know Spider-Man is in that storyline, but what? Why does it need to be in a Spider-Man movie? It was a Daredevil event.
Yeah, he's a Spider-Man villain. You know, you could have Kingpin, but Kingpin's collaborated with Spider-Man villains before. Look at the
Like,
animated series in the games.
yeah, I know, but the storyline is more Daredevil
I
focused than
know.
it is
Well, you
Spider-Man.
don't do Devil's Reign in Spider-Man 4. You do that in this Daredevil TV show.
I think Spider-Man 4 needs to just be the
Spider-Man film.
symbiote stuff.
Yeah. It should be focused.
Don't what like I don't know why they're bothering connecting it to the greater MCU uh
No, I know they said like they said that Kingpin is the Thanos of
yeah, that was another thing they said.
the thing is, yeah, I understand that, but like, there's other great villains, not small tier villains, but other great street level villains in New York that are more popular than Kingpin. No disrespect to Kingpin, but like, I don't know, you got like there's, like
It's just like
Daredevil.
what are they doing?
Daredevil literally has Bullseye and Kingpin as his villains, like well named villains. It's hard to name other King Daredevil villains, right? It's like hard to find others. I guess,
Well, I mean, he may not have like the most well-known
yeah.
rogues gallery, but Daredevil is the most consistent character in comic books. Like, there's not really a bad Daredevil run, right? Like, they're all pretty well written, right? Like, even Mark Waid's run, which I don't really, I mean, it's not the tone I like for Daredevil. The only thing I do, the only Daredevil stuff I would say is not worth reading is the Stan Lee stuff. That is just no, that's way too corny and campy now.
Like,
But yeah, like I don't know. I just this is why we say the MCU is dead, and I'll keep saying this, right? Because some people like today, it's always some deflection. There's always some deflection going on. Like this news comes out, and it's like, oh, you lost a really great actor for an interesting role.
I mean, Iron
Um,
Fist could come back. Technically, it's all
yeah,
canon.
Iron Fist could come back, yeah, but
But Iron Fist is
I
like the
bet they're
worst
not.
Netflix. Yeah, they don't. They shouldn't. Like Iron Fist is like the worst of all of the Netflix shows. No,
We'll ne if they bring back Iron Fist, watch, it's not gonna be part of canon. They're gonna have their cake and eat it too. The
yeah.
stuff that people like really, really like, they will say it's canon. The stuff that people hated, they're not gonna keep as canon,
So,
right?
s- so from an interview, right? From an interview back in the day, now they say Iron Fist is canon, right? Because if Daredevil's canon, Iron Fist has to
Hmm.
be canon, right? Right? Obviously, right? Obviously. So if that's canon, Marshall Ali canon because he was in
I really bet it's not gonna be canon. If anything, Luke Cage and Iron Fist,
Wh-
the two characters, they will just
They
recast them.
so they would have to, what they have to do. They would have to explain what from the Netflix show, so this is canon or not, so they can't confuse the audience. But also, like with Iron Fist, right? Like Jessica Henwick, from obviously you know who she is,
Right.
right? She was offered a role for
She was supposed
Marvel.
to be in Shang-Chi.
Yeah, for Shang-Chi. She was supposed to be the sister of Shang-Chi, of Simu Liu's character. But she said she turned it down because she was hoping that her character from Iron Fist would come back to the MCU. Or will come,
Right.
right? Or something like that.
I bet they I really think that they're all just recast, and they'll be like, oh yeah, some of the characters that we like, we'll keep them,
She
right?
sh- she should be an adult version of Silk. I think she could pull off a Silk.
Yeah, she could be Silk.
Yeah.
I mean, I would prefer if Iron Fist was in a
Yes.
Shang-Chi sequel.
Yeah, yeah.
I
Yeah.
think that's what everybody wants to see, but
Who did she play in? Who did she play in the MCU again? I know she played 2, right? Was she okay? Civil War and Luke Cage. Okay, okay. I
oh
don't
yeah,
remember.
she was in, so yeah.
Was she the one in when Tony Stark
She was the
confronts
one, yeah,
at about because her was she the one that had the daughter or son that died in
the
Sokovia
son.
or something like that? Okay,
Yes.
I mean that's that. Okay, okay.
That's a minor role though. It's not like two major characters, right? Like
Yeah,
what's her name from Eternals played two.
son.
I
Oh,
mean, it
Gemma
would have
Chan.
been two major characters, but they killed off.
Minerva,
Yeah.
whatever her name from Captain Marvel. Yeah, she was like
Yeah.
she was unrecognizable. You wouldn't know that she stopped Cersei, the same actress. You wouldn't
I
know.
know, but like
You-
that character could have continued, right? Like
Remember,
that was
remember
a
people
Captain
thought
Marvel
that was
villain.
just gonna be the big bad villain at first.
Yeah. I don't know. This is what I mean. Like the MCU makes all these weird creative decisions that don't make
Yo,
sense.
this is what kills me when I see some of these MCU suck ups on Twitter going MCU cooking. I'm like, yeah, they cooking McDonald's burgers.
Said, bro, they ain't cooking, they burn in the pan. That's what they're doing.
It's like the thing is, it's like you don't know what's coming. It's like some things might sound cool, but are they going to execute well? Like, yeah, Spider-Man, Daredevil versus Kingpin in a Spider-Man movie sounds cool. How's it going to be executed? You just can't all of a sudden expect like everything to work out.
It seems like all of this though is like, oh my god, everybody on Twitter started to hate us now, and what do we do? And what do we do? And they start throwing like, okay,
The
we got to make our
grass,
big moves.
the
I
grass.
swear, if Doctor Doom actually appears, right? I if Doctor Doom in the multiverse saga appears, that's how you know they got fucking desperate, okay? That is my prediction. I'm gonna hold to it. If they make Doctor Doom appear, they got desperate.
And if they just use it for Secret Wars in part 1 and 2 or whatever, I'd be pissed off because I was like, that's a waste of a character. That magnitude.
Absolute waste.
Yeah.
You're wasting one of the best MCU villain, well, best Marvel villains. He isn't in the MCU, but one of the best Marvel villains.
You're smart, Patrick. X is terrible.
Well, the thing is, here's the thing: they have they keep saying they're going to do all these projects, but in reality, all it's doing is delaying the projects people want to see. Like, here's the
Right.
thing: regardless of
Perfect.
how Spider-Man 4 turns out, apparently this movie ain't going to come out until 2026. It's like, shouldn't Spider-Man be I know, like, you got to work with Sony, but shouldn't that be a higher
2026?
priority than some of these other projects that they're like having
Right.
problems with?
The rumors
Or
are
Doctor
the
Strange
next.
3, shouldn't that be a higher
The
priority
rumors are now the next
than
Avengers
Blade
movie.
or Thunderbolts?
The next Avengers movie might
exactly.
be pushed back to 2027 now.
Wait, what's going to get pushed?
Holy, yeah, I did see that. Avengers 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's like, here's the thing: they're focusing on some of this other stuff that people really don't care about, and
Oh, you want
they
a
keep
Star
saying
Card?
we got to do this, we got to do that before Avengers. Because like I know, like last year there was a rumor that they want to do Doctor Strange 3 as well before the next Avengers movie. It's like,
Right.
okay, so shouldn't that have been a higher priority than some of this other stuff that's coming out?
Yeah, and you notice too that another thing that doesn't make sense, right? We've heard Doctor Strange 3 is rumored. We heard Thor 5 is rumored, right? What
Spider-Man
movie
4.
have we, yeah, Spider-Man 4, right, is rumored. We're getting all these Avengers movies. What happened to Black Panther 3?
Yeah, like exactly.
It's like nobody's rumored, or like scoopers aren't not talking about that at all.
They're not even talking about the supposed shows that are supposed to come from Black Panther. The Wakanda
See,
show.
Yeah.
Marvel has put themselves in this corner where they're talking about all these ideas. Like, when's Armor Wars gonna come out? Like that's another thing. It's
when
like
is Shang-Chi 2 gonna come out?
Oh,
Like,
it's
and that's the
Simu. He
thing.
doesn't even know.
here's,
He even
here's
missed
the
it.
thing. Here's the thing. I actually would rather see Shang-Chi 2, Doctor Strange 3, and Spider-Man 4 than most of the stuff that's got release dates.
Yeah.
Like
What
like,
happened to
why not-
Eternals 2?
Okay, that I can care less about. But I'm just
I know,
saying,
but
it's
still.
like they've dug themselves into this weird hole. And this is even before the strikes. Like I know people want to blame the strikes, but it's like even before the strikes, like they were having
The
these
strikes
problems.
just made it worse.
Yeah.
The strikes made it worse.
So
Well,
it's
well, if you think about it, right, if the strikes didn't happen, where would Marvel be? They would be in a really shitty spot, right? I think the
Captain
strikes actually
America.
helped
I think
them.
if the strikes didn't happen, Captain America would still come out to 2024.
That's very. I mean, here's the thing, right? If the strikes didn't happen, they would be in further development on a lot of these stuff,
Oh
right?
yeah.
So then
That's why they
when
pushed a
the
lot of things back.
Marvels and Secret Invasion not all flopped, they would have been panicking. So that's why I think the strike, like the people saying, "Oh, the strike hurt Marvel." No, no. It actually gave them an out,
Yeah, that's
right?
why everything. That's why they have one movie next year.
Yeah, they have one movie next year. They had to scrap a bunch of stuff. They put stuff on hiatus, right? They're going back to rewrite things. The strike helped them. The strike
Yes.
helped them. So, that's
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. That's just fanboy talk. That's really truly
And
fanboy talk.
yeah.
To downplay all the negative stuff. Every single time someone is trying to like I get it, you guys are fans of this stuff, but like be honest. Be honest with yourself, man. You think all the stuff they've been putting out since Guardians of the Galaxy, right, was worth your time?
Which Guardians? The third
I'm
one or
being
the
the
fourth
third one.
The third one.
The third one.
Loki was pretty good. I said Loki. It was probably worth. Loki was worth it.
Like the
That's like
stuff
the only
last
one,
year
though.
was not worth anybody's time, really. Like, I mean, yes, besides two things, but they put out three movies and they put out two shows. And most of the time, Marvel, when even in 2020, one, right?
2021 they had like 10 things. Oh my
Yeah, they
god.
had a
That's
bunch
so
of
crowd.
stuff. And the only thing that was really bad, like that was not worth watching, was Eternals, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
Like, yeah, all the other
Oh,
stuff
Widow was
did
not
have
that good
issues.
either.
But yeah,
I mean,
but still, right?
I would
Like,
say like with the exception of Eternals, 2021 was actually like a fine year for Marvel, but it was like here's the thing, it's like after No Way Home, which was considered one of the high points of the MCU, you get Moon Knight, which is a forgettable show, and then
that movie
everything
has,
just starts
yeah.
going downhill. It's like, oh right, Spider-Man No Way Home pulled it off. We got to see Toby, Andrew. We got all this fun, great stuff happening. Look at all the money that's being made, and then it just went downhill.
Mhm.
And then on top of that too, this year, right? What do we have? Two TV shows? Is it two TV
Yeah,
shows?
2 TV shows. If you don't count What
Right?
If, it's 2.
What if season 3 is coming this year again?
Yeah, What If is coming this year. Season 3 is
Okay.
coming out this year. Yeah.
Well, and X-Men and
The
is there
Spider-Man.
something else?
I think Spider-Man show freshman year, whatever it's called. They changed the title. I think the Spider-Man show too.
Okay. But yeah, so they have shows that okay, Echo, we'll see how Echo performs. Agatha, who knows how that's going to perform. I really don't know why they greenlit that. Um were there before and the strikes exposed them. They bit off weight. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm trying to say, right? The
They-
strikes helped them realize, oh shit, like they had a lot of problems and we should fix them.
They're trying to
Right.
create like the comic books. Marvel and DC has this. A lot of characters have their own comic books, right? They're trying to do that they're trying to do that in the cinematic universe. Like a lot of characters can have their own show, their own movies. It doesn't work like that. A few could have that, but you can't have like every character having a comic book, like you could do with
Yeah.
like you could do with comics. You know, this
Well,
character can have a
they
comic.
don't even this is why Marvel's really stupid because if they actually paid attention to what was going on in the comics, why would you greenlight a Captain Marvel sequel that was the Marvels? Like you should have known that none of the fan base is interested. Most of the people who
Come on,
saw
Clown
Captain
fan base.
Marvel were men, right?
Yes.
Mostly men saw that movie and mostly
You
men
would
saw the
think
sequel.
You would think the
Like,
female audience or the young female audience would want to see that movie with specifically Kamala Khan.
no, but they're not interested. That's the
Yeah,
thing. They're
exactly.
not interested. It doesn't appeal to them. They don't
Like,
really care, right? It should have been, in all honesty, it should have been Secret Invasion, uh, a Secret Invasion Captain Marvel sequel. That's what it should have been. Or you have like another popular villain that everybody wants to see, right? I don't. Or another thing that they could have done. It's called the Marvels, right?
yes.
Why wasn't Blue Marvel in the movie? Why didn't you have a guy on the team?
You know why.
Like,
Whammon.
I don't understand.
Whammon.
And then you could have said, "Oh, this team that they're like the Ultimates, right?" Because there was a new version of the Ultimates in the 616, and it had Captain Marvel and Blue Marvel on it. Like, well, like I don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't understand some of these decisions.
And then like
They're
there's
You know,
piss
the
people that
poor.
graphics
just
ruins video
accept it.
games.
Like this is the
Marcus,
mind-boggling.
didn't you hate on Zelda?
Yeah.
But like here's the mind-boggling thing. It's the fact that people accept mediocrity with this franchise. It's like the thing is, if you accept mediocrity, you're never going to get improvement.
Yeah.
And look, sometimes you got to admit that the franchise that you love just ain't there anymore. Listen, when the Fantastic Beasts movies came out, like actually it was the second Fantastic Beasts movie. It took me a while to accept that the fact that a bad Harry Potter movie finally happened.
I'm just that's that
Yeah.
trilogy, man. That trilogy,
Like
three
here's the thing.
different
Like
villains.
like for a while, it took me a while to accept that Hobbit: Battle of the Five Armies was not that good of a movie. Because I love the other two Hobbit movies and I love the Lord of the Rings movies. And I still like the first two Hobbit movies, but like it took me a while to accept that Battle of the Five Armies just wasn't good. So like I
Right.
understand like you have to like it sometimes we don't want to admit that a movie from our favorite franchise, a movie that we were looking so forward to,
Wanna
wasn't
take this?
good.
Want to take this blinded?
Okay, so Marcus is saying cinematic movie games suck. Marcus, here's the thing, Marcus. You hyped up Spider-Man 2. That's all I can say, Marcus. You hyped
did.
up Spider-Man 2. You know. So that's all I can say.
Oof.
Ours. But yeah.
But I feel like at a certain point, you just gotta admit that things just aren't looking too good. And why are you say Marvel's cooking when it's only cooked like a few good things in this phase or this saga? Like I'll say saga because technically speaking, like Phase 5 hasn't been good.
Yeah. It's the problem is with Degrassi. You're right, but
Right.
if Echo Daredevil
right.
is if Echo Daredevil it's gonna lead into Spider-Man 4.
But here's the thing,
Okay,
though.
that's also like saying
Our-
that the Emoji Movie is made specifically for children, so
Well-
that we should forgive it for sucking.
I mean,
No, you know what? I mean, he has a valid point, right? And
he
this is what
does,
I
he
asked.
does.
What kid even cares about the MCU right now?
That's what I mean. Unless
What? They care
it's
about Spider-Man.
Spider-Man related.
Yeah.
That's the thing. Like, here's the thing: people are still gonna care about Spider-Man and Batman, but it's like outside of that, what else are they gonna care about right now, as far as superheroes go?
Yeah, what kid is picking up what's a character that they were hyping up this year? Like, yeah, like what kid is picking up the Marvel toys? You know what I mean? Like
I have Marvel toys.
there's no
like
way.
Captain, yeah, like
is a 10-year-old like going like, "Hey, mommy, give me the Monica
No.
Rambeau
No,
action
let me
figure."
tell you. No.
No.
Kids will go after the Spider-Man. I mean, they may not even go after MCU toys. They might just go after Marvel toys in general, like action figures, like Spider-Man toys, or like stuff. Or
Well,
like,
they're gonna.
well, like
they're gonna-
maybe if there's like an Iron Man or Captain America figure,
Yeah.
they'll get those. But it's like those aren't the faces of the MCU.
if we go at Walmart right now, right? What toys are going to be left over? Like, what are on clearance? It's going to be the characters nobody
Toys
cares
R Us.
about.
Toys R Us is filled with Marvel toys.
yeah, because
Yeah.
someone buys them.
I've been there. Like, They're full of DC toys.
I'm gonna
They're full of
walk
everything.
around there one day and see what.
They're not. They don't get
Listen,
sold out.
these kids are not buying the characters that they're making movies into right now. I just
No.
like I don't understand. And if Thunderbolts, by the way, there's a rumor. Someone said there's a rumor that Thunderbolts is going to be rated R.
You won't get canceled for this.
It says you're going to get canceled for saying, "Well, yeah, they will cancel me." He's right. He's right.
Well, because it's a woman. Toys.
Yeah, well, it's true. Like they're not.
Listen. I'm just gonna say this: saying that the MCU is not in a good spot does not mean you're anti woke. It's just saying that you're saying something's not good.
Right.
So like, I'm telling you, like,
I haven't seen. I haven't seen
hated
no
Kamala's.
kids.
I hated Kamala's costumes in the MCU. It looks bad. I'm saying.
I have yet to see any like. Am I this? We live in a greater city, Aaron. Okay, that's a diverse city. I've never seen anyone dress up as Ms. Marvel. Never. Not a
And she's
single
from
time.
here.
Listen.
The actress is actually from here.
So I don't really know
yes.
about that, but
I've
take
seen
your word.
more people dress up as Aquaman, Shazam than any MCU character. That's crazy.
And Blinded. The actress is actually from our neck of the woods too.
Yeah, I don't know about that. And if that was the case, right? Like, why didn't the show do better? Why didn't the movie do better if all these kids liked it? Like, barely any kids saw that movie.
Marcus.
Are they-
There's women out there, whether it's girls, teenagers, or that when they buy action figures, they don't just buy female figures. They actually buy the male heroes too. I've seen it. Like,
I mean that is true, but they're not buying it. Like there's nothing. It's you go right now and look. There's a stock of Captain Marvel toys just sitting there. Like,
Captain Marvel is not Wonder Woman.
No, she's not. Yes, exactly. They didn't make Captain Marvel into a Wonder Woman.
I'm sorry. That's
the thing. That's one of the few things DC got right. Their first female-led movie, the first Wonder Woman, was way better than Captain Marvel.
I'm sorry. The one thing there's no woman in Marvel has reached the heights of Wonder Woman. Period. Wonder Woman was a transcender. Is that what it's called? A transcender, whatever it's called, but a feminine hero, right? Like she's a game changer kind of like nobody in Marvel is like that on the female side. No disrespect.
No,
obviously Wonder Woman was the first, but like.
Well, Marvel, they didn't. Captain Marvel, like they were like, oh, Captain Marvel's the first female superhero, right? But they really didn't do a great job at depicting Captain Marvel, right? Like it almost felt like all the traits that everybody likes about Captain Marvel from the comics when she was like Miss Marvel and when she was first starting out as Captain Marvel, they were non-existent. They were not there. It's almost like they never gave the audience a reason to like Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel is still, if you go around and ask, okay, it's only people on Twitter who pretend, not to say pretend, right? Some of these people are genuine, but I really truly think most people don't care for the character, and there's nothing against it. It's just she's a boring character.
I bet you most people won't even realize that she's a different character at one point.
No, she's not. She's nothing like the Captain, the Miss Marvel from the comic, right? Like the Carol everybody likes. Like I don't understand what they were thinking. I don't get it. Like. And that's why the sequel flopped. It was because like no one cared.
How do you know?
I bet that movie will do better than the Marvels.
Probably.
That's the thing. Like the John Wick John Wick movies have a pretty good record. I mean, I know this is a spinoff, but still.
Yeah,
I'm more excited for that than any Marvel movie, with the exception of Deadpool 3.
Yeah. I mean, I don't get it, man.
Like, here's the thing: the MCU movie that most people are looking forward to isn't even like it. Yeah, it's an MCU.
It isn't
movie,
really an MCU movie.
Because like the first two Deadpool movies aren't MCU movies. If anything, this is going to be a conclusion to the Fox universe with Deadpool going into the MCU. If anything,
it's more of a Deadpool movie than.
If Like that's
If
the
it's
thing
this
with
multiverse
Guardians of the
stuff with
Galaxy.
Marvel,
Mhm.
I don't know how that's gonna play out.
Like Guardians of the Galaxy, yeah, it was a great movie, but yeah, like James Gunn was at the helm.
Yeah.
So like if it's not a typical MCU movie, like No Way Home was not a typical MCU movie.
There's
Guardians of the
people
Galaxy
are
Volume 3 was not a typical MCU movie, even though it was an MCU movie.
right. There's people though, like if you okay, I don't know who had this headline in the last like 2 days, right? But someone said Deadpool 3 is the No Way Home of Fox movies, right? And it was on a subreddit, right? So this is, skewed. But everybody in this comment section was like, "Oh, geez, yeah, that's really what I want from Deadpool 3." So I listen, the fact that there's people already saying I don't want to see a No Way Home Fox movie for Deadpool 3.
I
I, I,
I don't
listen,
want to
if
see
that gets planted in the minds of people, the general
you know
audience, that this is just another Flash movie,
the
this is
one
not going to be good.
okay, the Fox universe, the one criticism I have about the X-Men movies was the villains. Sabretooth, Toad, Lady Deathstrike. The villains, Magneto was great, don't get me wrong. Magneto was great. Magneto was true to him, but everybody else, Mystique, even Mystique was not good. I mean, the villains, the X-Men movies, especially the early ones, the villains were not done good. Were not done justice, if you ask me. Besides Magneto. Magneto's the only one I can think has done justice. Toad was just there. That Sabretooth was just like a brute, basically. Mystique was just like a number 2 henchman. It's like didn't really have a goal, just helping out Magneto. I'm like I really don't want to see those in the Deadpool movie because they're kind of wasted. If you ask me, they were
Right.
wasted. They're
Well,
wasted characters.
they should be jokes in those movies.
Well,
Like,
here's the thing:
That was a joke.
the best villains in those X-Men movies were the human villains.
Yes,
So,
Stryker,
but
Magneto.
what the human villains gonna do against Deadpool?
Like that's the thing about those early X-Men movies. The villains were treated like shit. They didn't really have respect for them. Like Deathstrike was just like basically being controlled by Stryker, but we know Deathstrike and Wolverine have a history.
I mean, for goodness sakes, the one positive with X-Men Origins Wolverine was they had a better Sabretooth in that movie.
Yes. See, the later on the Sabretooth, even the Brian, not the Brian Singers, but the other, you got Sebastian Shaw. Is that his name? Sebastian Shaw, Trask. I mean, Apocalypse has done shit, and then you get the Butch the Phoenix again. But like, I'm just like, I don't want to see like. They're not going to be mainstays in that movie. Obviously, they're going to be a joke. Probably the universe will be wiped off. But like, I think
it should be a joke.
Yeah,
I think some things are going to be meant for jokes.
Disney's paying you.
I mean, because that's Deadpool's style.
How much is Disney paying you?
The Brotherhood was bad. The Brotherhood was not really developed in the first X-Men movie. I'm sorry. That was even.
Oh, did you hear that rumor that they're gonna have Marvel wants to do an X-Men movie and a Brotherhood movie? Did you?
Why would you do a Brotherhood movie? They're villains.
Because they wanna establish them as like their own characters.
You can establish them in the X-Men movie.
That's what I mean. They're wasting energy on things that aren't.
I have to be honest, though. I actually think that might be an interesting idea.
I mean, I know who's gonna be the Blob. I have my sources.
Because then you have a team. You have the good guys and the bad guys, and you develop them equally, instead of what we normally get with these Marvel movies.
Yeah, but like nobody in the Brotherhood is really that important, really, if you ask me.
I mean, but
most of them are
Magneto,
jokes anyway. Magneto, yeah, okay. But besides Magneto, but the rest of the people in that group is, I mean,
but they could still be. I mean, they're characters who've been around for a long time. They're recognizable, so I mean, you could develop them and make them into interesting characters for the MCU.
I already know who I heard that rumor's true because the Blob has been cast.
Did you just call me Blob?
I don't know if I have his photo, but because I might have deleted it. But I'm talking about ass. You just baby face. Oh my god.
To be fair though, I think he's been going to the gym, so don't think we can call him the Blob anytime soon. Shame.
I know. I just watched it. Like I just watched her video. I mean, with Tony on Tony's stream, just talking about the wheelchair the disabled wheelchair spider, not Spider Man, right?
Right.
Them like I
The
just
one
I
that was
love
in Across the Spider-Verse and in the comic.
yeah. I just
Yeah.
love like those stupid people. Oh, it's not realistic, and I'm like, they're in a universe where they have aliens, supernatural villains, supernatural heroes, people with spider powers, people with mutant powers, like right. But this is where you draw the line. This is
Yeah,
where you.
it's
It's so stupid, right? It's so stupid. Yeah, she still gets work. Brad Pitt blob.
Mhm.
You'll never do that role. Be like, what the? Man, what other stuff is? Oh my god, people were in shambles with the Star Wars way director.
Oh
Gosh.
yeah.
Don't.
I mean, I mean, what she said was cringy, though. I won't lie.
But
I'm
recently
surprised
she
she would say that still.
But she
See,
said
it's
that,
stuff like
but the
this
thing is,
that leads people to join the Phantom Menace.
But the
And
thing is-
also too, the quote is a little bit confusing if you read it,
what's the quote? Let me see the quote.
because
This
I think it got a bunch of shit because like people interpret it as the main character is gonna be a female.
Well, the main character
Right.
is female.
Yeah, but that's not what she was trying to say though. She was trying to say that this is the first time a female director is gonna make a Star Wars movie.
It is.
Which yeah, but like they gotta really kind of get
That's all
away
she's
from
saying.
saying that stuff like that, because that's not really what's gonna sell the movie, right?
That's just a gateway for people to join the Phantom Menace.
Yeah, I think if she said like,
Well,
hey,
those
we
people
have
are- No, she should. You know what? I disagree with you. Who cares? The Phantom. You know what? Those people could be sexist, misogynist.
but here's the thing though, like they keep saying stuff like this, and every time they do it bites them in the ass.
It's
Like-
like you're not saying what's unique about the project. Like, what's going to be unique about the project? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I
Not
mean,
like-
yeah. I mean, what sensibilities as a female director are you gonna bring to the story, right? Like, talk about that. Like, don't give this vague
Well, she has
answer
a- She has
of
to.
oh, this is the first female to shape the galaxy, and you're like, it's just a bit of an eye roller, and we've seen that. Like, they said this about Marvel, they said this about other franchises, and it never goes well. It never goes well. So I think they
Captain
should,
Marvel's a perfect example.
yeah, the Marvels, yeah.
Like,
So
look at our all-female lineup.
Um,
The
Yeah,
Ghostbusters
it's-
2016.
Barbie?
Remember that disaster? Oh, the
Barbie?
women. Yeah,
I think
trying to
they need to be more specific. That's all I would say is like why, like what, as a female director, what are you going to bring to the story that's different from a male director, right? And like be like detailed about it, right? That's my criticism of it. Not to say it's a bad thing, but you know what I mean. Well,
Whoa,
yeah,
whoa.
no. Where did this come from? Like, yeah,
What?
okay. Like, is that pretty obvious?
Whoa.
communism and Nazi. You know what? Both are true.
Actually-
I'm gonna agree. I'm gonna agree with that.
Actually, I believe Nazi.
Okay.
I think if I'm not correct, I think that's actually socialism. In with the Nazi, I think when the Nazis rise to power, I think that was just a socialist.
they
Well,
were-
that was right-wing socialism,
yes,
basically.
yeah, right wing socialist. Yeah,
I mean,
But
yeah.
still,
we-
either version of socialism sucks. So, but we're not here to talk about politics.
I mean,
I mean, Star Wars.
I'm just like, I get it. That's what I'm saying, right? Like, I get it. It hasn't been done before, but at the same time, I just feel like, do some of these directors not realize like how like people just operate on the internet, and then they complain and cry
No.
like, oh, why is everybody mad
No.
on the internet? It's like,
Because
well,
most
what were you expecting?
most people that work in the entertainment industry don't go on the internet like us.
I know, but when they see it, they're like surprised.
Like James Gunn,
It's just that it's just
they're aware, but they
it's
don't
kind of
care.
just like I said, I think if she went into detail instead of just saying Yes, I'm the first. The first. It's like anytime they do this, it's like you're going to. I'm telling you, that quote is going to come back and bite her in the ass. That's what I'm saying, right? And it's going to look bad, and she's going to feel bad because it's going to be like, oh, why didn't the fan base accept me? But you need to understand the Star Wars fan base is extremely toxic, right? They don't know what they want, right? And honestly, most people are not even
this
that
toxicity,
interested in Star Wars. I'm sorry.
this toxicity began way before Last Jedi. Like Jake Lloyd, like that kid got bullied so much. Ahmed Best got like a lot of threats. So it's like this has been going on for over 2 decades now.
I know. I don't know. When I read that, I'm just like, oh boy. Like I already know what's gonna be the reaction, and it's just,
I mean,
I don't know. I'm just sort of. You guys
I
already
don't.
know. Star Wars right now for me, I just don't really care. So like this Ray movie, I mean, like I have to say, right? Like, didn't we just get Ray movies? Like, aren't the
Yeah, we
like?
got a
Skywalker?
trilogy about Ray.
Yeah, that's the part that I'm
No.
confused. Like,
Ray.
so we're gonna have another trilogy of Ray. Like, why not
Like
have a new character?
basically like being perfect at everything.
Well, I mean, who knows, right? But I
Now, let's
don't
be
know.
honest here.
I don't know.
Did Ray ever feel like she was in the same sense of danger that Luke and Anakin ever faced in the originals and prequels?
I just
Anakin
after
was
the
never
Force
really in
Awakens,
danger.
I didn't.
Anakin was like, he was able to like, Luke, yeah.
Like, okay, here's the thing. Like, I just think they didn't have an interesting direction with Ray. Like, in the
Because
Last Jedi, there was like some interesting stuff. Like, she was
the
realizing, oh,
direction was
this
on the fly.
mentor.
The direction
Yeah,
was on the fly.
but they didn't. Like, what made me hate Ray was The Rise of Skywalker, because that was a movie where it was like, meh,
See, this is confidence in me. Peaky Blinders was just getting a movie.
nah.
He's writing the Ray movie, and Peaky Blinders one of the best shows for a long time. So, and it's getting a movie. So
That Ray movie could be the
that
best
Ray
thing ever,
that Ray
and I
mo-
still just won't care.
that Ray
Like,
movie is
if it was
that,
something completely new, I would be more
that
interested.
Ray movie. I'm gonna say right now, it's gonna lead into a new trilogy, episode 10, 11, 12.
Uh,
That's what I think.
well, that's gonna be the first Star Wars movies I don't see in theaters because I'm just not. Keep saying this. I'm just not interested in Star Wars
Why
anymore.
would lefties? Why does this have to do with anything? Why are you lefties hating anime?
I don't hate anime.
Yeah, I don't
Actually,
hate
you know what's a
anime.
great anime?
I'm
I'm waiting
not a
to come back.
lefty, so
Um, of course you lefties hate it. I don't know what he's talking
first,
about.
I ain't
First
no
of all-
lefty, dude.
first of
You
all-
call me anyone who calls me a lefty. They don't know me that well.
I don't know what is he talking to Degrassi? Why are you talking to Degrassi like that though? Come on, Marcus.
Degrassi's pissed. He's angry. Degrassi he doesn't hate anime. It's just anime is it's just like I don't know. It's up for Degrassi, but like I like anime. Anime stuff is doing very, very well, man. Like
Why can't both things be?
Yeah.
Both things could be good. Right now, there's some issues. Right, I have some issues with some entertainment properties, but there's still good movies coming out. Right, not everything is bad.
You're
But
a comedy Degrassi?
I mean, and this is because he knows my Twitter, and I'm like, Marcus, just relax, man. Don't.
Marcus,
Degrassi he comes here, he has a great time with us.
Let me tell you something. Degrassi is far from being a communist. Trust me.
I know, but look, respect his opinion, man. Respect his opinion. Come on. He comes here a lot. We don't.
And you want to know
We
something?
don't all we don't all have to agree,
You
but
wanna know
still,
some-
like, relax.
You know what? This is a hot take. You know what the far, really, really far right and the far, really left have in common? They want to be dictators.
Well, they don't want to hear each other's opinions. They don't want to actually.
They both want to be fascists. They're really, really far and really, really far on both sides want to be fascists.
Yeah,
want
come
to-
on. Respect
Yeah.
each other's opinion, no matter if you agree or disagree, right?
Yeah, it's true.
Just don't throw personal attacks and don't say stuff that's not true. Come on.
Yeah, trust me, he's not. I don't even know where does political talk come from?
I don't know. Marcus just brings up the strangest things sometimes.
I know Star Wars is political because it is based on like the Nazis and all that. But like,
Well, until Star Wars does something like completely new, right? Like without
apparently,
Rey, like just forget about Rey, right? Like just put Rey in the past and make a new female character. Like if it's just a new female character, I would be more
it
excited,
should be
right? I'd
based
be more
on
interested.
it should be based on Rose. Make it Rose.
Rose Tico.
No, man, not
A
I
Rose.
Rose
Tico.
Tico
Oh,
movie.
no.
I feel
Rose Tico,
why
a
does
Star
Sky-
Wars story.
why is Skywalker's bad, but I kind of feel bad for her character. She got like 5 minutes.
Yeah,
of
she
screen
got
time.
shafted.
Oh my god! It's like J.J. Abrams saw Last Jedi. It's like, no, we're not
But that
having a
movie, but
relationship.
here's the thing, I don't how can anyone say though like that but how can anyone say that the Rise of Skywalker wasn't trying to undo the Last Jedi? Like how can anybody not say that though? Because all the movie does like the total opposite of the Last Jedi. It like has all
Yes,
these moments to like redeem itself.
there's
And and to be honest, like why couldn't they figure out a way to proceed with what happened in the Last Jedi instead of it just being
the
like,
worst.
oh, everybody hate this movie. Like
The
why
worst
not
thing.
find something in it?
The worst thing they ruined. Like to me, like Kyle Wen, Ben Solo, and Ray. I'm like, I did not feel there was love or whatever between.
Well,
I
let's
felt
be
more of a
honest
brother
here.
sister.
No, that
thing.
was forced. That was definitely
Yeah.
Here's the
forced
thing.
into
Here's
that.
the thing. In Last Jedi, when she sees Ben Solo shirtless, that's when she starts to be like, maybe I can change him.
That's so unlike
Mm.
Star Wars. I'm sorry. Like Star Wars.
I mean,
doesn't
for
do
goodness
that.
sakes, it felt more forced than the Anakin
I-
Padme like relationship.
I can
Like,
see.
sorry,
Right.
my lady.
I can see a comic book movies doing that, right? Because the comic book movies like have shirtless men all the time. But in Star Wars, it's so unlike them to do stuff like that. Because Star Wars, you
They
never
just
really.
they just need to. Oh man, I'll keep saying it. They just need something new, completely different, and it just has Star Wars on it, but it's in the same world and you have the same
I'll be
aesthetic,
right back, guys. I go
but
back.
totally different.
Let's
That's
talk.
what I want from Star Wars.
Oh my goodness. I'm sorry, I'm playing Breath of the Wild and I just fell down a waterfall.
Damn.
Yeah. Where
Right
am I
now
now?
I'm just editing something in Photoshop.
But I mean, like, of course, all the people be like, "How dare you insult Rey? She's our queen."
Yeah, I'm not this big hater of Rey, but at the same time I just don't see her as super interesting. Right? Like I'm not like intrigued by a new Rey adventure, right? They would have to really do something totally off the wall, totally like out there to make me interested. And this is Star Wars, and I know that they're not going to do that.
But
So
like, here's the thing: what intrigued me about Force Awakens when I saw the trailer was the focus looked like it was going to be on a stormtrooper who was going to leave.
right.
To me, that would have been such a much more interesting concept with that sequel trilogy, being about like Finn like leaving the First Order and trying to redeem himself by becoming a Jedi.
Right.
That would
There's
have been such a better concept, I feel like. And guess
yeah,
what?
I
That would
wish
have been a person
yeah.
of color at the forefront for the people who are for diversity.
Right.
So it's like that was to me a wasted opportunity.
Yeah, you're right. And they never followed up on that. It's really strange.
Why they never follow up on what?
On Finn and his like
Because like
being
remember
in
how
the New Order.
because like
Oh,
he
yeah.
was heavily marketed as the main character for Force Awakens.
Yeah, but China
And-
didn't like them.
But here's the thing. Here's screw. I don't want to say screw China, but like screw what the communist think over there. Like I'm just saying. Like listen, I think it would a much more interesting concept for the sequel trilogy would have been a rogue stormtrooper wanting to leave the First Order and realizes that he's Force sensitive, learns the ways of the Force, and leads a new era of Jedi. And guess what? It would have
Yeah.
been a person of color. So you know what? They
Woke,
missed out on such an opportunity.
woke.
Well, they did miss out on that. Well, they missed.
And honestly, I think John Boyega is a way better actor than Daisy Ridley.
I do agree with that too.
I-
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah, I think
They missed. That's what I'm saying. All the interesting creative ideas that you can take and run with and do interesting stuff. They just did the same shit again. They told the exact same story. They had the exact same villain in the ending. it was all the same. There was nothing new. That's why I'm just like, why are we continuing with
That's
Rey?
the thing with the Palpatine, like all this stuff that's going on in the Disney Plus shows right now, everything that's going on. Palpatine had to know all that stuff was happening. I'm sorry, he had to know his death was happening in Return of the Jedi, and he has to know all this stuff is happening in the Disney Plus shows is happening too. You know, he had to know everything, right? Like, you gotta explain that. Like, I knew I was gonna die at the hands of Vader, so I cloned myself. I can't do it.
It's like when the movie starts off with somehow Palpatine returns. That's when I know
Hey.
that, oh boy, they just couldn't find a way to bring him back in a creative way.
Guys, like he should have known that Vader's gonna turn on him because he basically set himself up. Because if you remember in the Sith, Revenge of the Sith, he told Anakin about Dark Sidious, his master, right? Plagueis. He betrayed Plagueis, right? And guess, right? The apprentice betrays the master. And guess what? Vader betrays Sidious, right? Or Palpatine, whatever you want to call him. It's the same person, right? So he should have known that was going to happen. But he didn't plan for it because he's an idiot. Or he did kind of plan for it, I guess. Technically. I don't know. He's I don't. Is this? Where's the show?
No one
coming out?
complaining about the. Didn't that already come out?
I don't even know.
I'm pretty sure that did come out because there's toys and stuff, right? Like
Really?
I'm pretty sure I've seen toys of that.
This is Vader's voice. No, whatever. I can't. That's great.
Actually, no, I made a mistake. I wasn't playing Breath of the Wild. I'm playing Tears of the Kingdom.
No, it's okay.
Oh, but
Yeah,
you know what's his name? George, guys, like Harmon Smith is such a big baby. Look at
Oh, I can't. I'm gonna make videos on Harmon Smith.
Oh my god, I saw a video where he talked about Tears of the Kingdom outside Baldur's Gate because he really hates. He's a shill of Nintendo, right?
Yeah, he's a shill. He's a
And
massive shill.
I'm not surprised it outsold Baldur's Gate. It still doesn't make it a better game.
Well, I mean, obviously, it was gonna outsell
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate 3. Like that. That's why. That's Harmon Smith. By the way, if you go in his comment section, you might see me there sometimes because he just has the most outlandish takes,
Yes.
like really dumb, bizarre takes that make no sense.
Oh my god, he sits on his couch like.
Yeah, he sits on his couch molesting some scald or something with it.
Wait,
what?
What is
Wait,
this
what?
guy? Yeah, this guy's a full blown
Nintendo
freaky
show.
weirdo. Yeah, like
Mega.
I even hesitate to call him a Nintendo show because it's like he hates Nintendo. It's like he doesn't actually play Nintendo games. He just like shills for them
Oh
for
my
whatever
god.
reason.
What we were watching a live stream for the Game Awards, right?
Right.
He was supposed to Baldur's Gate Swan, right? Over what?
Right.
Mario or Zelda?
Yeah, he quit the Game
Yes.
Award stream.
Yeah.
His Baldur's Gate 1, and he was
Baldur's
like, "Oh,
Gate.
Baldur's Gate 3."
I'm sorry,
one,
I think of John Campy every time I hear about Baldur's Gate.
No, that's a funny
Yeah.
video. That's a funny
Oh,
video.
Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate out of the Wake 3. Gear Solid Gear. So many mistakes.
Bruh.
Cappy was making that one video. And then the stupidity that Cappy made about Smash Brothers, right? Like Mario's like, this is him, right? Mario's up here, and everybody else in Nintendo's all the way down here. Like, what the?
Well, I mean, I guess most people, like, if you ask them, the main character of Zelda, they'll say Zelda.
It is the title, technically, and yeah, and
Grand Theft Duty.
Dude.
Grand Theft Duty. Oh my god.
It's like, oh my god! And you see these, like, it's so bad. Like, I just laugh at Campio, man. And I'm gonna make fun of Grace Randolph when she talks about the Thunderbolts stuff.
Oh,
Yeah,
literally,
my gosh.
people I worked in blew me when I told them that there's people that I hate. So, like, when I said Grace Randolph was number 2 on my list, I basically said, society would be way better off without this woman.
You know?
And they were like, "Well, that's cool." I'm like, "Yo, wait till you hear her voice. You're gonna think the same way."
Oh,
Bruh.
Well.
Does she like? Oh, this is another thing too. Is like, does she not like go back and watch the videos? My favorite game is Gotham
His
Asylum.
favorite game. His favorite game. Campios.
Oh my gosh. Well, if John Campea said his favorite game was Gotham Knights, uh,
Oh.
yeah,
It's like,
no.
I gotta go. When this game comes out, I'm gonna watch the cutscenes. Grace Randolph said the exact same thing, right? I'm gonna watch the cutscenes.
Grace Randolph didn't see the cutscenes for Spider-Man 2. Why?
She
Wait,
said she did
what?
for Suicide Squad
Chicken
game.
lady.
Is she dumb? Wait, that's like asking if a fish can swim.
She said for Suicide Squad game, she's gonna do the cutscenes, right? No,
But
no.
why not Spider-Man?
I think she said it
Spider-Man's
for the
probably. I mean, I
No.
haven't played Spider-Man yet,
She's
but it's
st-
probably gonna be a better
No.
game than Suicide Squad.
not Suicide Squad. I mean, Insomniac leaks those games from Insomniac. She said that for that. She said she's gonna watch the cutscenes.
But
Like,
Spider-Man, she didn't. She watched the cutscenes for Miles and the first Spider-Man, but she didn't do it for Spider-Man 2.
She can do it. Did she do a video on them?
Yeah, she did.
If she does a video on Spider-Man 2 and just talk about the cutscenes, I'm gonna flip her a hole.
Well, she didn't. That's why I'm confused.
Yeah.
She said that she was gonna do it, and then she
I'm
didn't.
She-
Also, it's gonna be hard to like watch the cutscenes for Suicide Squad. Like, it's not like Spider-Man, so I don't. What the hell is going on here?
You hate everybody, don't you?
They're all jackasses
you
who
the-
ruin the country.
Joker. Are you the Joker? Or are you just like chaos and no order?
Well, yeah,
I mean,
Marcus is
you're
anarchist.
talking to two, I mean, two of the three panelists on here.
What do they call it? Nihilist? You believe in nothing?
No, he's literally
The Joker.
anarchy.
He's a Joker or anarchy.
Anarchy, the Batman villain.
He's a kid. Anarchy's a kid. He's like a teenager.
You could change your profile to anarchy, Marcus.
Roses are red, violets are blue.
See Batman like bust through your window and stuff.
It's like I remember was it Arkham City where you had to bust them? Was it Arkham City?
So, Origins.
Or-
He's only in Origins.
And Batman was like, "You're just a kid."
Yeah. I wish he was in Arkham Knight. Like, I've been playing Arkham Knight recently and watching videos on it, and it's really strange that he's not in the game. It's really weird.
You see the A though, right? You just see the A.
Yeah, you see the A. You actually hear people talking about him.
Yeah.
Like there's NPCs who are like, "Oh, where's Anarchy? Who would actually like this? He would actually be like in love with all the chaos that's going on." But he's not in the game, which is weird.
No.
There's a lot of stuff that is like cut from Arkham Knight that
I know.
upsets me.
It didn't make the game.
Yeah, like Victor Zsasz. Like there's actually a part in the story where you can see Victor Zsasz like on the camera, and like Batman doesn't even acknowledge it. It's like, what the heck, man?
Anarchy's for lefties and commies.
Yeah, Anarchy's a Batman villain, Marcus. That was the joke.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the Joker, the Joker loves chaos. He doesn't. Has no political statement. He just loves chaos for the sake of it because he thinks he thinks all government's bad, stupid. But he thinks life is stupid itself. It's a joke itself. Like that's the difference between Joker. And
yeah, the Arkham Joker. There's a lot of disturbing shit.
I know.
I didn't realize was in the game. Holy.
Did he like blow up a church or like burn people in the church?
No. It's way worse. Okay, like it's in detail. Okay. Prepare yourself, okay? Because this is actually disturbing, right?
Okay,
Even though
warning,
it's fiction.
guys. There's gruesome stuff coming up.
Okay, so one of the reasons why Jason went after Joker in the Arkham universe was because the Joker killed a bunch of kindergarten kids, cut them up, sold their parts in like different, like in a random order, and then like gave the bodies to the parents to decipher which kid was theirs. Super fucked up. I can't believe that
I
was
mean,
in the game. I was
it's.
like, what the
I
fuck
mean,
when I was reading that.
it is effed up, but it's Joker. I can see him doing that.
And then another one is like there's a joke that Joker makes that is really like
There's
when you actually think about it, it's like, oh shit, that's really
there's,
fucked up.
there's never
Was
going too far with Joker.
that so he it's not that he was burning churches or like he was uh, prepare yourself. He was baptizing babies in
Ye-
fucking acid. What
Oh
the
my
fuck?
fuck!
And it's a joke that is made in the game, and like you have to do a double take, and you're like, wait, what? Like, I can't believe this is in the fucking game.
This
I'm
is
like, this is insane.
this is Joker after all. I mean, like I'm not
There's
surprised.
there's a lot of like mess up
Yeah.
stuff in the Arkham games,
Oh,
um, that are
is
like hidden away. You actually have to like go out of your way to like find them. But I'm
the
like,
stuff
wow, you would
the,
never find
the
this
stuff Victor
in any
Zsasz
other Batman
the
medium.
stuff
Like,
Victor
holy,
Zsasz was supposedly doing in the Arkham universe, not just
yeah,
killing women.
he was. There's okay in the Arkham Asylum. This is
Yeah,
another thing that's messed up. He so his therapist, right, was like
yeah.
trying to like help him and stuff, and he got so mad at her, right, that when he got the chance to break out of Arkham Asylum,
He
he
stalked her.
actually went to, yeah, he stalked her and he was trying to kill her. Luckily, he didn't kill her because she's in the game. You actually talk to her,
Batman
but
got him in time. I think. I think Batman got
I think I don't know if Batman got there in time or
probably.
if it was because the thing is like you hear the clip of another therapist at Arkham Asylum basically call her up and say, "Hey, Victor Zsasz is coming and stuff," right? They're on the phone having a conversation, right?
Oh
And then the
yeah.
therapist is at her house and she hears a knock on the door and it's Victor Zsasz, right? So
So maybe she
I
didn't
guess
call
she
the
didn't
police.
answer the door though, but yeah.
Well, he couldn't. When he just break down the door because Zaz was actually pretty jacked in the game though, for some reason. He wasn't like a
Yeah,
skinny.
he is pretty big, but he's not that big in
No,
comparison to Batman, though.
I never picked Zaz was not really known as a fighter, right? I mean, because
No,
he obviously his victims were women, but women are generally weaker than
no,
him.
but he kills a lot of people, though. That's the
Yeah.
point, though.
Well, yeah, his view of people is that they're zombies, is basically wasting life. So he thinks of freeing them,
Yeah,
right?
he's like,
He's the angel of
yeah,
death.
he just,
Yeah.
yeah, it's weird. There's a lot of, there's so many like weird, like disturbing things. Like also Harley and Joker, they basically, um, like tortured this guy, um, and tortured like basically they kind of like okay he had there's in Arkham Knight there's the DLC for Batgirl
Yeah.
and you go to the amusement park and so the guy who owns the amusement park was kidnapped by Joker and Harley,
Amusement
right?
Mile, yeah.
And basically they actually prevented his daughter from getting like medical help. And so they were like, "Oh, if your daughter wants medical help, right, you got to like basically build this theme park for us and like help us." And meanwhile, they were like lying to him the entire time,
Of
and
course.
to the point where the guy basically kills himself. But the
Yeah, I remember
pills
that.
that he uses to kill himself were like rigged by Joker, and so he
Yes.
kills himself and then he goes mad, right? Like he fucking starts laughing and
Yeah.
hopping to death, like it's fucking crazy. Yeah. There's and you hear this all on tape, right? So yeah,
Then
there's a
I
lot
mean,
of like messed up stuff.
I'm not surprised they would do that in the games or in the because that is Joker free. Like Joker, just never going too
Oh,
far. Joker,
the
that's
worst
Joker.
one. Okay, the worst one by far. Again, prepare yourself because this is really disturbing. The worst one by far is Professor Pig. The stuff that you find out
Yeah.
about what he does is really disgusting. He basically kidnaps this woman, brainwashes her, tortures her, and impregnates her.
Oh
And then,
God,
yeah,
rapes her
and he like,
basically.
yeah, he basically rapes her, keeps her hostage, and then like is brainwashing her to the point where, like, I think I can't remember how it's written. I think it's written from the kid's perspective, the kid that she gives birth to,
Oh my
and
god.
how he was like, and she was like, she basically wanted to die the entire time, and then he was like, basically like, no, 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 like I'll help you and you can be perfect and stuff, and he basically lies to her. So after she gives birth, he kills her. It's really messed up. You're like, holy shit, I can't believe this is a Batman game. What the hell? Like, this is crazy.
I mean, Gotham, the Gotham, I mean, it's the sick people in Gotham, man. I'm not surprised.
There's there's
I'm not surprised.
there's a
Joker's like
lot of
that.
sick shit in this. Like,
Mm,
Mad Hatter is another person who they allude to
Rape,
being a rapist. Yeah, like
yes, yep.
crazy, crazy.
I mean, it's Batman for you, right? They won't show that stuff, but you could believe it.
Yeah,
Batman
it's
universe.
not shown, or even you have to like read and like find
Yeah,
things to realize that that's what's being said. I'm trying to
yeah,
think what was another like weird one. Because there's a video. There's actually a video that someone did talking about all the disturbing stuff in the Arkham games.
yes, yes. I've seen that.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. There's
The problem is they're not going to do this in the movie. I mean, they're
yeah,
not
they
gonna
would
do
never
this,
do that in the
not in the
movies.
movies. Yeah, I mean, you
There's
got
not even
Joker.
really a lot of fucked up Batman stories. Like obviously Arkham Asylum, a serious house on a serious earth, is really fucked up.
Yeah,
But I wouldn't say it's as fucked up as what's in the game though. The game really goes like really far with it. Yeah.
there's a lot like Batman is just it's just Gotham and the sickos, all that. It's just really. I'm not surprised with
Yeah.
those fucked up stuff they do in the
Oh,
games.
oh yeah, yeah. There's another thing that was really messed up. So I didn't know this. I didn't really know this, but so Ratcatcher is actually in all of the games except for
Really?
Arkham Knight. Technically, yes,
I
Oh
thought
yes.
wow.
Ratcatcher is in the games, but the reason why he doesn't appear is because every time in Asylum and City, he doesn't appear because he's being tortured the entire time. It's
by
so
who?
fucked up. So the first time I can't remember who it is, but the second time it was Penguin. He was torturing him the entire time. Like he actually throws him in um like he was supposed to do some oh okay. I think Ratcatcher was actually trying to be another arms dealer,
Oh,
and Penguin got pissed off, right? So he kidnapped him, and
competition.
yeah, and he was like, "Oh, you can work for me, or I could kill you," right? And Ratcatcher was like, "No, fuck you," right? And so Penguin actually like dumps him in that pit with Tina, the shark Tina, and so the entire time he's just being like dumped in there and tortured.
Cluso.
Uh,
Marvel DC is never going to do that in films or TV
they
shows.
sh- I wish they did do some manga or brought some manga
Well,
artists on. That would actually
but
be
then,
pretty cool.
I mean, South Park would do that because that was a South Park episode when a kid did eat his own parents. I remember that episode. You remember that episode when Carmen forces his rival to eat his own parents?
I don't remember that, but
Oh,
that's pretty crazy.
yeah, Carmen's a sick f man.
Oh
Um,
yeah, there's gonna be some really messed up stuff in the Suicide Squad game. I mean, we can't talk about it, but there's something that's
yeah,
in the beginning of the game that's actually kind of messed up. If you um yeah, and the atmosphere. Yeah, I mean, I can't talk about it, so
the
fuck.
collector's edition, if you get it early, comes on the 28th, I believe, 28th or 29th. If you get
Uh,
the collector's edition, so
yeah, I'm not gonna buy it day one. We'll see. I mean, I do want to play it.
we could play together
Um,
online.
yeah. I do want to play it. I mean, yes, there's been a lot of like weird stuff going on with the plot and stuff, but
All right,
yeah.
okay. Now, speaking of comic books, I don't understand Todd McFarlane here because stuff is not right. One article says if they don't get started with Blumhouse, he has investors waiting to do the Spawn movie. But on the other side of things, he did say, "Oh, he read Blumhouse sent him the script. He read it, and it looks like it's good to go." And I'm like, "So which one
Mhm.
is it? Is it good to go, or is it the opposite?" And I'm like, maybe it's just him forcing Blumhouse to get moving in production or
Right.
something like that. I don't really
Like, why
understand.
is Blunt so it's not in development at Blumhouse anymore? I'm
It
confused.
is
Like,
still in development, Blumhouse.
but they're dragging their feet.
Yeah, but the thing I don't get about
Mm,
that is that Jason Blum, right? The who started up Blumhouse, right? We all know that. Said
mhm,
said that he hopes to get this movie out in 2025, and the same thing. The same thing Todd McFarlane said. Yeah, I hope to premiere 2025 also. So I'm like, what's going on? Is it going to still work at Blumhouse or not? Because the two things I explained with
mhm.
the potential, if it doesn't work at Blumhouse, I have investors, but he says everything is looking in a positive direction at Blumhouse. I'm like, are you sure that's positive or negative? Which direction are you really going here? Because it seems like you're playing both ways. Is that putting
Right.
pressure on Blumhouse or not? Like I don't understand that.
Hmm.
I really, I really don't get it. I really don't get what's going on here. I really hope this movie does get made. I personally think they need to up the budget a little bit. I think 10 million is good for that film. It's a comic book movie. Comic book movies kind of need more than 10
Well,
million.
I mean, if I mean, I kind of want to see it low budget. I don't want to see like a big. Well, yeah, and
Jamie Foxx
well,
was
Jamie
sick. He
Foxx,
was.
yeah,
Yes.
but it, wasn't he shooting a movie recently? I know he was sick, but that was like at the beginning of last year. But anyway, yeah, I mean, yeah, they did have some issues and setbacks and stuff, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I am curious for a Spawn movie. I mean, if Blumhouse can't make it, I mean, he could go to A24 now.
That's what I
I
suggested
mean,
in my video. Yeah.
I think an A24 superhero movie would actually be pretty
And the thing
interesting. I
is,
would like to see that.
A24 said they're actually going to bump up the budgets for some movies now, right? They're going to
Yeah,
decide to,
well, they're making a Death Stranding movie,
yeah, yeah.
and I think Kojima's gonna direct it. We'll see.
2025. Can you imagine if Spawn comes out 2025 competing with DC and Marvel? And I'll be like, guys, Spawn coming to 2025 is not. They're not there to compete with DC and Marvel because they know they won't make as. Wait, you never know. They might make as much as some Marvel movies. Maybe there's a
Mm.
chance. There's a percentage they could make some more than some Marvel movies. If some of them suck, I don't know.
Well, if the movie's good, it could make a profit.
They Spawn, like I don't know, like Spawn back in the '90s was really really popular. It gave Marvel and DC a scare.
Right.
Spawn, right? They gave the comic farm gave him a scare, man, for a while. Then Spawn has like people know Spawn still is, but he hasn't been like he hasn't Spawn hasn't maintained that popularity since the '90s. Something really dragged it down. Yeah.
Hmm.
See, that's the problem. Like, I like Sam Trish, but if it's a comic book movie and a comic book character, Sam Trish cannot be a lead. It has to be Spawn. It has to be Spawn. Spawn has to be a lead. If you're gonna kick off a franchise with I don't know if it's gonna be a franchise, but if
But
you're
does
gonna
it
kick off,
really need to be Spawn though? Like,
yes,
if it's gonna be low budget and it's gonna be a different type of.
I want it to be Spawn because I like his story.
I mean, Spawn is gonna be the focus, but
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be hard to really make Spawn the focus if it is a low budget movie.
Yes,
That's the
true.
thing.
Because that's true. Because he does have supernatural powers, right? See, it's
Mhm.
true. Um,
That's why
but
I say I feel like I'm more interested in this movie because it is low budget and you could do
and it's
something different.
and it's Blumhouse, and it's
Also,
gonna be
doesn't Blumhouse drag their feet
yeah.
on some of these movies? Like the
How
Five Nights at Freddy's movie took almost like I want to say 8 years to make.
God, this movie was in development for like a decade.
Yeah,
But, um,
I don't know why they take so long to make
it's
some of these movies,
I
but
don't know. I don't know. Is Jeremy Renner still attached to play one of the detectives? That's I want to know.
I think
Um,
so.
um, unless he's done. I mean, if Jeremy Renner, I know he's getting back to filming. If he's still attached to play one of the detectives and they're planning 2025 date, they would have to get filming right like next year, obviously, this year, obviously. But Jeremy Renner
Mhm.
probably wouldn't be.
Well, it depends. It depends though,
Yeah. But
because if the
Bond is the
movie
deal.
is not if it's low budget and it's not super VFX heavy, They could probably shoot that in like a couple of months and release it at the end of the year,
Oh, the
right?
thing is, all the VFX will be focused on Spawn. That's it. The
Right.
whole character is Spawn. That's it. I mean, the symbiote suit, the big ass cape or whatever you want to call it. Everything will be I'll be on Spawn. Now, like, would it be? Question is, Spawn? Would the movie be based on like supernatural creatures, creating crime, or the mob or mafia or whatever? Because there is that in Spawn universe. It's
Right.
Dark
We'll
Horse.
have to see.
Yeah,
Because, yeah.
because look, there hasn't been. I mean, the last movie that's comic book related, that's not DC or Marvel, I think it was in the theaters. I think was Bloodshot, if I'm correct. And that was terrible. Bloodshot was bad,
Yeah, that was really bad.
and we're seeing a success of non DC and Marvel adaptations. Some not so good. Super's Legacy, but we've seen some success. Invincibles and The Boys come to mind. Two successful ones.
Well,
Invincibles,
they're making an Invincible movie.
yeah, Invincible, and that's Image. Invincible's Image, and which spawns also Image Comics.
Also, I wouldn't be surprised. I'm surprised they haven't announced this yet, but they're gonna have to do a boys movie in theaters, right? Like at the
Amazon,
rate that they're going. I mean, you remember they just announced The Boys Mexico? Do you
yeah,
remember?
yeah.
So they come on, you got to do a boys movie now. Like I'm sure
Amazon,
that would be pretty big. That would be a big deal.
Amazon really never goes to a theater. So I don't even remember
But
the
it's
last.
Sony production.
Oh, Sony. So Sony. Oh yeah. So Sony might do it. But
Surprised they haven't. I mean, The Boys is pretty big. Like I could see it being decent at the box office. I mean, yeah, it's gonna be rated R, but still.
imagine if it wasn't.
Oh, that would suck. Oh yeah, Degrassi's right. It is Skybound.
Skybound. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Image Public. Okay. But like that's because I know there's a lot of people that like Spawn in our community. Like it's just not DC or Marvel, and Spawn is a great character. I just wish
Mhm.
Marvel. I just wish we could do some crossovers Marvel in the comics. It'd be awesome.
Right.
I just don't know how it would work because he can't use like his wife because his wife has the same name as the Scarlet Witch. How would that work? Like his wife's name is Wanda, and the Scarlet Witch's name is Wanda. You can't. What are you gonna do?
I don't,
Like,
I don't think that's gonna be a problem though.
what
It's a
would you
different
do?
universe.
Yeah. Well, how would you work him into working in Marvel with a crossover? Would it be a villain or somebody like kind of like a Ghost Rider or like a? Would he be? Because I don't. He'd probably be
Well,
treated like.
there's characters in the MCU who have the same name. They just
Yeah.
remember, but Peter Quill and Peter Parker interacted,
Yes.
and they never had a problem.
I just want to know how he would interact with some of the characters because I could guarantee you he would not be well liked. He's kind of an
Yeah, it
asshole,
probably won't.
and he'd be like, and he's kind of and Captain America, he's an anti-hero, and he does. I mean, there's some characters in Marvel that kills, and he's a
Mhm.
killer too. He kills, right? And Peter Parker would not want to team up with him. I can guarantee you, the Avengers would probably not want to team up with him. Doctor Strange probably would have to, but would not want to team up with him because of stuff like that. Because Spawn could be a little unhinged at times.
Right.
Unhinged. And he's, I hate to say this, he's kind of, he can be like a supernatural Punisher. In a way.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Right? Even though I think he has a little bit more morals than Punisher, but
Mhm.
he's closer to Punisher. But on the more the supernatural side of things.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know how. But what else is there to talk about? Let's see what else is talked about. I talked about a lot of Star Wars stuff, a lot of Marvel stuff. Jenna Ortega is reporting and talks to star in Taika Waititi's next movie, KLARA and the Sun. So Jenna Ortega is going to get another role.
Wait.
Best of luck to you. Best of luck to her.
Hold on. Wait.
What?
Um, I'm trying to look. Did they delay Invincible Part 2?
I think so.
What the hell?
Hmm.
Oh, I see what people are talking about. Okay. I don't
Oh,
know why they did that 2-part. Like, I haven't even watched it because I'm like, I'm not gonna watch 4 episodes and then wait. Like, that was they gotta stop doing that. That's stupid. Even when Netflix does it, just wait
okay.
and then
So,
release it all.
there was a little bit of Star Wars news, but this actually might make you happy. Blinded. I don't know if you
What was this?
um. Well, it might not make you happy, but it might have made you happy that this person is interested. Chad Stahelski says he has ideas for a Star Wars movie. So the John Wick director, Ghost of Tsushima director, um, I think he's doing a Highlander director. What do you think of that? I mean, would you be interested if he did a Star Wars movie?
Wait, say that again? Sorry.
Chad Chad Stahelski says he has
Oh,
ideas for a Star Wars movie. He ha-
um, okay, I can see what you mean. Yeah, I mean, here's the thing, right? He's really into the like samurai
yeah,
stuff, like heavily. He talks about like a lot of different samurai
and a lot of Jedi battles look like
Japanese movies that he likes.
a lot of Jedi battles look like samurai style
Well, I
fighting.
don't even well, here's the thing, right? When I hear that, I think he watched the Star Wars Vision first episode of that first season because that's literally what I want in a Star Wars movie. Something that looks like that, like something that's more Japanese influence. I keep saying this. If Star Wars took more inspiration from, ancient Japan, right? Feudal Japan, I actually might,
Rebel
I
Moon.
like, I would be more interested, right? Especially if it was with the Jedi stuff. Just the aesthetic and some of the mythology. So, I mean, if he did a Star Wars movie, I would definitely want to see that. Um,
You
I kind of
George?
also want to see him do a Batman movie.
Oh, you George? What about you? What do you
Yo, I
think?
was question again. Sorry, like I was hearing this weird noise outside.
What Chad Stahelski said he had ideas for a Star Wars movie. Would you be interested?
More interested than the Ray movie.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, let's be real here. Like, why is it that the cool
Oh no.
ideas are getting are getting are getting cited, but we're gonna go with this Ray movie? The fact that the Ray movie is a bigger priority than the Dave Filoni thing, which I think people would be more excited for, regardless of how you feel about the shows. Or wasn't there going to be like some Old Republic thing?
No,
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
like that to me
but
sounds more
it didn't.
appealing than going back to
Old
the
Republic's not happening.
Raywell.
It's not. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's not
James
happening. There was
Mango
a script,
movie,
but
James Mango movie, the Dave
but
Filoni movie, and this one, and the Ray movie.
but here's the thing. Degrassi, it's gonna be better than Rebel Moon.
It would be accurate. That's probably true, though. It's
I
probably
mean,
true. That's why it won't be turned down.
let's be real here. I think if you just filmed a pile of poo, that would be better than Rebel Moon.
If he after Ghost of Tsushima, I do want to see him make original movies.
Ghost of,
But
Go-
James
Go-
Gunn, come on, James Gunn's got to get
Ghost of,
Chad Stahelski.
Ghost of
Come
Tsushima,
on.
Ghost of Tsushima was the fastest movie to ever get greenlit after the game comes out.
Well, you could see like this is, I mean, it's Samurai Batman.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's what Ghost of Tsushima is. So, it makes sense, and it was super popular.
Oh yeah. I
To
mean,
me, every time someone also
one of
brought
the
up
best
Ghost of
things during early
Tsushima,
on the pandemics was that game.
I really want to go back and play that game. I didn't even finish the DLC. Like, I beat the game when it first came out, but never played the DLC.
Cyberpunk is a pretty fun game. I'll let you know that, Brian. It's actually pretty fun.
Well, yeah, it's a great game.
Mhm.
I was the one who, did a 180 on the game. I love the game. Probably one of my favorite games now.
Yeah. So we're almost okay. I don't know what else there is. What else
Oh,
do
I
we
just
have?
want to say Greg Capullo might draw a Wolverine comic.
Oh, that's
So
good.
people
That's
are
good.
speculating who's going to write the comic. I swear to God, if this is probably not going to happen, but if Scott Snyder hopped over to Marvel, I'm
Oh,
buying that comic day one.
oh,
Please, please, please,
a
man.
good writer and a good
Wolverine,
artist.
please, please. Let Scott Snyder write Wolverine.
He wrote some of the
My
best
God.
Batman stuff. Scott Snyder
It would be fire,
and
absolute
Greg Capullo.
gas.
Greg Capullo came from Image, right? First,
Well,
then he
yeah,
went. Yeah.
but oh my gosh, when I read
Oh,
that, I got super excited. Also some news. Uh, I guess some people might care, but apparently Silent Hill 2 and Metal Gear Solid 3 remake are coming out this year.
Silent Hill 2, I heard. Yes. I did not know
Yeah.
about Metal Gear. I heard about Silent Hill too.
Yeah, PlayStation released a trailer showcasing games coming out this year, and both of those games are featured. So,
Who's Chad Paul? Chad Paul. Uh,
but
also.
but funny how that trailer came out and there's no first party games, huh?
Oh, by the way, guys, apparently it says not. Apparently the Epstein list is there's no there's not an Epstein list at all. Apparently that's bullshit. The Epstein list.
So it's just like it's just a document.
Yeah, or it might not be documented at all. Because all those names you
Well,
saw we put
it's
in
a
DMS are fake. There might not be a list at all.
which one were fake?
All of
There's
them.
all of them. There's no way that all of them were fake.
There's
I'm still waiting, man. I'm still waiting for this. They gotta drop this. I didn't expect a list of people. I expected court documents to drop.
Mark Miller.
Wait, about
Please not
Epstein?
Mark Miller. Please not Mark Miller.
Nobody like.
Yo,
You seen his
that
show
was some crazy fake news yesterday on Twitter.
Yeah. Isn't Mark Miller the Ripover show? Or
Yeah,
something?
he's gonna go write some stuff for the Rippaverse.
This guy had
That'd be
movies
fun.
made. He had movies and TV shows made off his comics, and he's going for that goofball.
Well,
July
because
or
I think I don't. He might have just read a headline. I don't know. It kind of makes sense that he's hyping him up because I mean Mark Millar is kind of. I mean he's shit on Marvel and DC in the past.
yeah.
Like he'd rather work on his own. I mean most creators do, but he's very outspoken about it. So
Look, Kick-Ass is successful. The Kick-Ass movie is successful,
and Kingsman.
and Kingsman,
Yeah,
but Jupiter's Legacy bombed.
yeah.
Netflix like, nope, we're not going to be doing it. But
Well, he'll just go back to the drawing board and
now none of his whatever work he's working on, none of it's going to get greenlit for movies. Hollywood's not going to greenlight his stuff anymore if he goes work for a goofball like Eric July. He's done. Nothing.
no, but the thing is, like, he's just so big that they'll eventually have to adapt his stuff. That's the thing.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna end it here, guys. It's 10 o'clock, but yeah. George, you got anything to plug?
Well, I think I'm gonna probably be doing another Funko Pop collection video since I got a ton of them around the holidays and since my last video. And I think maybe I'll do my top 10 favorite movies of 2023 list maybe this weekend as well. I already mentioned it on Blue Jay Stream yesterday. I'm gearing up for one of the first review series of the year.
Oh no.
50 Shades of Garbage.
Oh my god, that movie comes out in 40 days.
Yeah, to
Oh,
prep
no.
up for Madam Web.
I'm gonna see it.
Oh my
I'm not gonna
goodness.
shit on it.
And here's
I'm
the
gonna
thing,
see it.
I have not seen the 50 Shades trilogy, so I'm very curious. Okay, that's the wrong line to use because that's one of the marketing ploys. Curious. But yeah, no, you
George
can
is
find me
very
at-
curious. He wants to get blindfolded.
I wish
Oh my god,
I'll wear a
stop.
blindfold while I watch the movie.
Bruh.
I'm about to have a lot of respect lost.
Hey, right, George. Okay, thank you, George. Blinded. So tell us about your video yesterday. How many views did you get on it?
Yes.
Because you got a lot.
That video is almost at 1,000 views, which is impressive because I haven't
Nice.
uploaded shit. So
Yeah, you hit something there, man. You really did.
yes, I hit the algorithm for whatever
Yeah.
reason, and got people calling me woke and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, that
He's
guy touched
woke.
ground.
Yeah, woke and people saying I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, go check
Boy,
out that video.
you have
I have another
detractors.
video that I'm editing right now. So that's gonna be posted. I'm gonna try to make more videos. So we'll see. And we also have Controller Chronicles
Itchy.
episode is coming out tomorrow as well.
Nice.
So yeah, that's our year review of 2023. And what else? Yeah, we're gonna be doing a lot of stuff on the channel. So go subscribe to that. And yeah, I'm also going back to Gabbing with Geeks, so I want to promote that too.
Yeah,
So that's
yeah.
on Saturday. So
Alright.
yeah, I'm full time going back into YouTube. It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be very busy. Bruh.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get back into the YouTube game as well more often.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get back to my main channels. But yeah, for me, guys, I'm gonna try to upload more stuff on this channel, more videos on this channel. Same with my sports channel, but also I'm gonna do stuff on the Dissect. Obviously, the Dissect channel I'm gonna put here. And if you haven't subscribed to it, please subscribe. Help me get to 22 subs, 22 subs, whatever. Because on Saturday, no, actually, I think it's Friday. I scheduled for Friday. I think. Yeah, let me check. Okay, I scheduled for Friday at 9 p.m. Eastern time. It's preemptive. It's not really official. It depends on some stuff. That's where we're going to go on and dissect and talk about Grace Randolph, talking about the Exodus of Century. The Exodus of Century. I'm going to call it now.
Damn.
So, that should be a title. The Exodus of Century. And we're going to talk about David Ayer from her stream that she did earlier today. We're gonna go over it. It's probably gonna be like a long ass video, and not long as the 3-hour video we did like a couple weeks ago, because that was a pretty long ass video, but it was fun. But yeah, look out for that on tomorrow night, but it can be moved back to Saturday. Like I said, it's preemptive. It's not official. Placeholder right now. It could be right now. All right, but yeah, look for more uploads on this channel. Reviews, spoiler reviews, streams, news, some opinion pieces, stuff like that. And same with my wrestling sports channel, stuff like that. And you'll see me rant and stuff. And I do agree with Tony Blind that you should up your volume on stuff. You know, louder.
Oh, you want me to get man.
All
If
right.
I'm really pissed off, then I'll do that.
Okay. So like, share, subscribe to me, to George, and the Blinded. Take care, guys.
Peace,
Peace.
guys.
Okay, I'll go see. I'll go. Yeah, if Disney pays me to see it, I'll see it. Even though Disney didn't make the film, but okay. Bye.
I forgot that movie was coming.